And we are BACK. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the ladies' room. And of course, thank you so much to our friends at Beacon Insurance and Western Union for making this show possible for another day. Val, John, good morning. Good morning, Marianne. Junice, Christelle, Shante, Linda Pearl is on the inside. Good morning, Roseanne. Good morning. Good morning, Ramos. Good morning, Sonia. Good morning. Hope you are doing okay. All right. Good morning, Hermelin. How are you guys doing? As my friend in Trinidad would say, how y'all keeps. Listen, this place called Grenada. Oh my gosh. When folks just walking and bring you avocados. I love me some avocados. I swear I could eat avocados with anything. That is one of the reasons I love my rock. Yeah, got me some, and no, I am not sharing. So do not ask. One thing you do not ask me for: fruits. Do not ask me for fruits. Do not ask me to share fruits. Um, Mangoes, avocados, etc. You're not gonna get it. Alrighty, so I'm just sharing with y'all that I got me some avocados, but you are not to beg. There's toxic relationships happening everywhere. People are just speaking up about it. That's why I always say to people, listen, stop with this couple's goals and um relationship goals nonsense. Stop it. Because people just show you what they want you to see, which is the good things, but you don't see what happens behind the scenes. They're like cats and dogs and cursing each other out and yada 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 yada. So stop taking people's pictures on social media to mean they have the best relationships. There's no perfect relationship. There are days we're gonna fight, we're gonna cuss each other out, but we still maintain a level of respect. But there are some relationship you swear it's World War III every single day. Every single day it's something. I mean, it's easy to 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 um to not agree on certain things. Then again, you have some partners that you could cuss all they want and they don't respond to you. You'll be like, you're alone in the wilderness. Don't you hate when they do that? Like, if you're dealing, especially if you're a woman, right? And you're dealing with a man and y'all have issues and you going toe to toe and he just goes completely ghost. Don't say a word. Yo. And you're there cursing all by yourself and everything that you should have told him, you're telling yourself and you're there in a room talking to yourself and this man would not respond. I swear. Relationships are like jobs now. I swear. It's like you have to put in so much and there's a chance you're going to lose. There's a chance you're not going to see the benefits or returns. Ramos hush about silence is killer. Y'all annoying with that. We're having a conversation. Y'all just want to say what you want to say and dip out and leave us to figure it out or leave us to quarrel by ourselves. And here we are looking crazy and like we like confusion because y'all dip out and don't say anything. Don't even stop me, Ramos. Don't even start. All right? It's annoying. It's one of the most annoying things ever. And we hate it, don't we? Good morning, my dear friend Andre Harry. How are you? I saw that message. So happy for you, Dre. So happy for you. Good morning, Julianne. Good morning, Jenilyn. Carla, good morning. Cheryl, good morning. Della Fletcher, good morning. Hope all is well. Yeah, come on the live and share. Really these days, you don't be even like only have to pay to share the live. Just share the thing now. It ain't costing you nothing. Anyhows, yeah. So who likes when the men go silent? It's a conversation. Good morning, Giads. Why you have to go silent? I mean, it's not like you're getting boisterous or crazy, but that silent thingy, yo. Morning, Akeem. That silent thingy, there's no, it's no fun. Good morning, Carla. Good morning, everybody. So we have people business to mind again this morning. They say after God is people business. So what are you talking about? What's going on over here? My phone just keeps going. Wow. Yo, go do your work, man. Seriously. We have a I have so many of these situations. Val says she still rather that than those that doesn't want to cuss like women. Morning, Kizzy. Listen, you ever meet a man that cuss cuss you out so when you're in the market? JJ says it helps to think and make better decisions. When y'all go silent, when you don't respond, someone says depends on how long the silence is because I take people break all the time. But how are you taking people break in a relationship? Listen, we're talking about not one day overnight silent, like 2, 3 days. Don't say a word and just goes merrily, merrily down the stream about your business. That kind of silence we're talking about. Morning, Nelly. Morning, my onliners. Um, we're talking about long silence. Like you have an issue. So they'll say their piece, and when you're saying your piece, they'll just dip out of the conversation. And you're there just talking by yourself. No response. How do you all do it? How do you deal with that? Do you continue to respond to the person or you just, keep it silent as well? Where is Samuel? Hold on, let me see where this hold on, let me see if I find Samuel. Um where is Samuel? Where is Sheena? Sheena, you on this lava rose. I'm not looking for nothing. Where is Jackie? Yeah, I'm gonna need y'all for support this morning. Hold a sec, guys, before I tell you what the topic is. Yeah. Morning, Deborah. So, how do you deal with that? Do you respond or do you leave it alone? Or do you continue to talk to yourself? Which one is it? I want to know. I really want to know. So, what are we working with today? I have two. So, let me give you the first one, right? Share the live, guys. Come on in and share the live. So, we have two situations on our hand at the moment. One of which is let me put it up. Okay, this person here says, so I met this she done even the stress and energy I exerted over the past couple of days. You think I could afford to share that case some more? Trust me, I needed all the sugar I could get. I needed all that energy. Selective vibes, good morning. I needed all that energy. Sheena, did you hear the question I asked? Like, how do you deal with a situation where your significant other, like if you have a misunderstanding or a fallout or something, and instead of discussing it, the person goes totally silent on you? Like they'll say their piece, whatever it is, you'll say your piece, and as a woman, you want to continue going and digging deeper and getting like into the meat of the matter. As a matter of fact, they just want the meat. They don't want to go into the matter. They stop at the meat and they leave you stranded. You're there talking to yourself. How do you deal with that? How do you respond to that? Because as they say, women don't know when to stop. We'll keep going and going and going and going. We don't have a cutoff point. And give us a chance, we'll sit there arguing all day long. But they leave us unread. They're reading the message, but they're not responding. So how do you respond to that? Or I'm also looking for people to back me up. Listen, someone's okay. See, cause that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking until I'm satisfied. I don't care if he's listening though. Someone says leave them alone, and when they're ready to talk, you don't talk to them. Those of their own medication. Sheena says that would anger me more because I feel ignored. Don't do that. Silence, Julie says, can save you from saying things you might regret. It might be best to gather your thoughts at times before responding. Jeffrey, so I'm asking the question, why do you guys shut down? Why do you go silent? What is the reasoning and the rationale behind it? Why you don't, okay, let's talk about this. Let me hear your point, let me hear yours, and we figure it out. What is the silent treatment for? How do you deal with that? Someone says they're giving them all the time they need to process the information. Suppose if you want to see me get sick, just do that. I hate when people do that. Um, Someone says, a Lottie, I'm a man. I'm usually the one who gets quiet. That's usually what y'all do. But then, um, oh, you're saying you're the one who gets quiet, and your significant other is the one who make the bacchanal. Okay, understand. Big up yourself, Selector Vibes. Always here. Thanks so much. Got you. So most men can't communicate, so they go silent. That's their way of communicating. Jeffrey says not to disrespect each other and say things that sorry won't be able to help. Deborah says come back at a later time when they're in a better mood to get answers. Moisha says I'm talking until you answer. That does not work with everybody. Oh, some men do that because they say they don't want to say something that they would regret in the heat of the moment. Moisha says she's talking until you answer. Listen, I ain't working everybody here. Trust me. You could talk until the cows come home. I ain't changing the price of bread. All right, so let's get into the topic this morning. So this person says, so I met this cool guy that lives in another parish. One Saturday we went out on a date where no money was spent, just exploring different areas and a picnic. We both said we had a good time and all is well. So we talk on a regular basis, but we didn't make plans until 2 months later. So I suggested something that he loves in his parish. Lo and behold, he sends me back a text including the price. Do you think he's trying to tell me to pay my own way? And would you go on said dates? That one is a kind of tough one. It depends on what the date entails. Like that's what was really missing. What did you suggest? Was it something that's beyond his budget? Is this something that he can't afford, or you're not aware of how his pocket looks? And since you're the one who suggested it, he thinks, okay, well, you can organize the dates, and I don't necessarily have to do that. What exactly is the suggestion? What where you guys? What did you suggest you do? Is it a day pass or something? Spend a day at a hotel? What is it that is so that he sends back a text included? Or maybe he just wants you to know the price, meaning probably will pay or not. I think maybe you need to ask him, what is the rationale behind sending the text? He sends back a text including the price. Is it a 50-50 situation, or is it because I suggested it I have to pay, or he's letting you know that you have to pay your own way? And that's a conversation you really need to have with him. To me, that's where it starts to understand where his head's at, where his pocket lies, if he's able to afford it or not. Because sometimes you make plans for somebody and you don't know their situation, right? So maybe to save himself being embarrassed, that's why he sent you back the price. So someone say just too cheap. Listen, my mom said something to me one time and I never really took it seriously until later on in life. And it's like, why do we call men cheap and we can't afford to do the things we're calling them cheap for? So what does that make us really? So you're calling a man cheap, he's not able to afford something, or he doesn't want to pay for something. But question is, can you afford it yourself? Because the way my price set up, listen, if you decide, hey, you always have to have your vex money. If partner decide he ain't paying for it, you have to be able to trump up and say, listen, let me pay my way you here. But solely relying on a person, sometimes not even knowing their financial situation, can you afford it yourself? Andre says we go silent to avoid unhelpful responses. Good morning, Jennifer Lawrence. Good morning, Candida. Just seeing you guys in. Sheena says I'm staying home and watch my Netflix with a glass of wine. Maybe it could be a little turn off. Well, not a little, but a big, especially if you guys been vibing and getting to know each other and you probably like the person and they hit you with this is the cost of the item and doesn't offer to pay for it or doesn't offer to make a contribution. How do you deal with that though? Now, like I said, if you don't know the person's pocket, it kind of presumptuous or to make that assumption they'll pay for it, not knowing. That is why communication is important, and you don't just take things at face value or take it for granted that hey, I can't afford to do it. What if he can't afford to do it? What if he can't afford to pay for whatever it is? You know? Carla says, I never suggest any plans if I can't afford it. The man may be thinking you're taking him out, so he's looking for where he wanna go. Someone says that's a red flag. Red in what way though? Sheena says, I'm happy that he's showing her who he is early. It's up to her to go down that road or not. I remember someone telling someone they're cheap, and his reply was, at your age, what you own. Brown Sugar says, I see that's 50-50, but if he insists he will pay, then fine. But you have to be in a position to be able to pay yourself as well. Listen, you realize that man and them these days, they ain't doing this, okay, everything up in for it, you know. Y'all don't realize you have a new breeder, man. We have a lot of 50-50 men, eh? And the same thing that we want, they want it too. They want us to spend on them same way we want them. But why is it so hard though? Why women seem, well, I guess that's the way we were cultured, brought up thinking, okay, everything is on the man. If he takes you out, it's on him. You do this, it's on him. He's the one responsible for this, always, dipping in his pockets. You go out to eat, even though I'm the one who suggested we go out to eat, he's the one paying for it. I think that's the way we were cultured. So we sort of thought, that's the way it's supposed to be. So even if you do have your bread, you hold your bread and he has to spend his. Um, Someone is saying it's 2022, roles are reversed. We are all working, we're all earning a salary. So I don't see the problem in offering to foot the bill sometimes. Jeffrey says, Aruna, it all starts on how a relationship begins. If it begins with somebody that wants all the time, if it begins with someone that just wants to meet each other and get to know each other, down the road it becomes, what you have to contribute. You have to take care of this person because if it's serious, the relationship becomes serious as something totally different. But somebody that I just want, there's a lot of confusion in that response. But I think I have an idea what you're saying. Look says a new breed of women as well. So she needs to ask him what he means. Sometimes a man didn't have the money, or he wants to know if they'll split the costs. Carla says, all jokes aside, I think as a man it's disrespectful to text the price. I would truly respect if he just said he can't afford it. If you're on a date and he can't afford it, I will pay, and that's it. The men's argument is that women want equality, so they're splitting things 50-50. Chris says, hello, equal opportunity. Women making as much money as men or even more, pay your way or go Dutch. All you different. So man want woman mind them. Good thing if I'm in a relationship, I treat my man good. Take him out gifts when it's not even his birthday or anything, and I still get hard. So that 50-50 thing will not stop. So when a woman likes a man, she doesn't mind spending her money or bringing him out. That's when you know a woman like a man, right? If you offer to pay for something or get him something for no reason. So men generally do the asking out, and if you want to take me out of the comfort of my home, then the bill should be on you. If not, next Netflix will be fine. Netflix never failed me yet. Pearl Batson, good morning. Brown Sugar Mitchell, morning. So let me hear what the Wayne, where are you? Mr. Joseph, check in. Where's my London check in?
Good morning, Aruna.
Morning.
I cannot speak for all men,
Mm-hmm.
but if I'm taking out a woman, it is my responsibility to take care of all the needs, regardless of what.
Mm-hmm.
If she decide, okay, she wanna pay for the drinks or pay for the taxi or pay for the food or whatever, no problem, fine. But to me as a man, it is my responsibility to make sure that she are happy and she are comfortable despite of the situation. Nothing wrong if she decide to say, okay, well, I'm 50 or whatever the case could be. But my responsibility will always remain the responsibility to take care of that leader and make sure she happy.
Gotcha. Alrighty. Um, Someone here says, I prefer to stay quiet, calm down, than respond. I don't like apologizing, so silence works best for me. So sis suggested the police. My father didn't talk much, but the one thing he said was always have your vex money. But these same women want their sons to pay for everything for their girlfriends. I always find this strange. It goes both ways. You pay, I pay. Alrighty. Let me hear. Okay, so that's one. Let me see. Check in on the other side. Hold on. What this person is saying. If you ask me out on a date, don't expect me to pay. The woman asked the price. Fairness is to provide the price. What's wrong with that? But I don't think she asked the price. What she told him basically was, um, she suggested a place that they can, go on a date on, and then he probably went and did some research and found out how much it cost, and he sent her the price. Um, I have to agree with you, Sheena. I honestly don't see anything wrong in what he did. It's just up to her to decide if she's okay with that type of setup. The fact that she's asking us means she's not too comfortable with the idea. But I mean, we asked for straightforwardness. We asked for people to be honest and what on what. So I don't see what he did as necessarily a problem. To me, at the end of the day, if you decide to take him up on that offer or to pay for it, that is on you. But he's just making his path clear that hey, I can't afford this, or maybe this is the price in case you suggested it and he probably didn't think how much it would cost, and it's probably more than what he bargained for. Just sharing with you, this is so at the end of the day, you have the choice to make. The choice is yours to make if you're gonna continue on that date, go on that date, or find something cheaper. Maybe. Things different now. Someone says everybody needs to chip in. Is it we having a good time or is it just her alone? As someone said, I think his response was rude. I'll take offense. A simple heads up of the price tag to go that is there is okay. She should have asked him if he wants to split the cost or if they're paying separately. Maybe he just wanted her to know the price to get into place. Someone says, I remember going out with this guy to a nice restaurant. We sat and ate, and I watched him bite out the chicken bone and take his finger. Oh. We sat and ate, and I watched him bite up chicken bone and take his finger and dig in the back to take out the rest of the meat. Then he watched me behind when waiter came with the bill. Mind you, he asked me out. I felt so bad. I offered to pay a portion of the bill, and he said, "Sure." I never went out with him again. So after the man started sitting down and bite off your chicken bone, you still vex him. Oh my lord. No weapons formed against me shall prosper. Yo, we can catch a break, I swear. Yeah, dating back in the day, when grandpa went to work and grandma stayed home starts to look in line. It's starting to look real good right now. Um, so we have another one quickly. Someone says this the other one, like I said, I have a lot, so I have to like double them up. Um, and of course my vacation is coming up soon as well. Someone says I broke up with my kid's father June of last year, and during the breakup, we were still messing around, and I got pregnant with our second child. While on the breakup, he got into a relationship, and I don't want our kids around this new girl. My reason is I'm not sure how serious this relationship is, being that he still cheats. I've never met the girl, and somehow she has posted a ton of hateful messages about me on her social media sites. His sister sends them to me. Our kids are 5 months and 4 years old. I'm not sure how she'll treat them while in her presence. Am I wrong? Ah, Saifa. Boy, let's put ourselves in some kind of situation here. How best can we advise this young lady? We understand, of course, at the end of the day, it is your right to protect your children, and if you're not comfortable with it, you're just not comfortable with it. Can't tell you have to do anything. At the end of the day, it's not his wife. They're just, like you said, messing around. You don't know how serious it is, so you don't want your child to be introduced to every woman that comes into your ex or your sneaky link's life. I don't know what it is, but y'all broke up in June of last year. During the break, y'all still was sleeping together. I find out a little careless. I don't know if it's me, but I find out a little real careless. Because if you know you and Jim Screechy not in a relationship, why are you having unprotected sex with the young man knowing that he's still messing around? You broke up because he was cheating. And then you're having unprotected sex with Jim Screechy, not knowing what he bringing home, knowing that he's out there having unprotected sex maybe with other people. I find that's carelessness. Like high class carelessness. Even if you enjoy, according to my Kareem, even though you enjoy the coitus, enjoy it with safety, with precautions. I find some people just forget, like, getting pregnant is one of the things that happens when you have unprotected sex, as well as other STDs and all them other things. And you make going to win on this real come here and hurt my head, yes? Like I ain't have enough problems. So you're not sure. So the baby is 5 months and he started seeing this girl and homegirl posting a ton of hateful messages about you on your social media. I don't really like confusion if you ask me. Sister said it because his sister like the little drama. Why the sister sending you anything though? So the sister sending you confusion, the woman like confusion, you like confusion. Miss, you want the man or you don't want the man? You want to start back a relationship with the man, or you just want to go your merry way and mind your business, you and your child business? Why the sister sending you messages though? So the sister have her as friend, and the sister is sending you all screenshots of all the messages on social media about you. But how she reaching that? You just come in the dance. You want to dictate what song DJ play? You just reaching the dance. You ain't even pay to come in. Or you just reaching dance and you want to dictate what happening. You ain't even sure if you will last as a Williamson fire or a snow cone in hot sun, and you on Facebook making um sending message and thing to the lady. Oh boy. Listen, this sister a lot of them these days, they build different, eh? They have no loyalty to nobody. They like the comments and the confusion. What this person saying here?
Yeah, when I see the thing getting better, but the thing getting better at all.
Let me get it. I call it to be getting worse. Listen, there are some situations in my inbox. Sometimes I read it and I have to double check. I'm like, is this for real? Real? Like, boy. What is wrong with condoms? Make the man buy a good brand and the correct size, and you will not feel a difference. I don't know. What is this thing with it? It's like people. A lot of people excuse it's not 100%. It's not 100%, but it's better. It's some sort of percent compared to nothing at all. That wasn't a breakup. That was a misunderstanding, and you became the Hana woman after you were Han. Roles reverse. Keep your kids away from this woman. Like I said, listen. Is either you want the man or you don't want the man. Let me stop using children as bait. It's either you want the man or you don't want the man. Yeah? This whole not comfortable with your children or the woman, y'all need to come to some place of understanding, because if he has to see his children, sometimes you probably take them for a little weekend or something of the sort. Unless you're there, you don't know who's coming around or who's not coming around. You can only say you don't want it, but you don't know what's going to happen. Doesn't mean he's going to respect your wishes. So what are you going to do? Keep him away from his children because you don't want him around. You don't want your children around this woman that's on social media saying ish about you. What are you going to do? Why we keep bringing children into these messy situations? I keep trying to understand if people fully are aware of their roles as parents. And when are you going to have responsible responsible sex, when you decide, okay, I'm ready now, I'm in a position to, this person will be a good father, we got our ish, she's got a job, I've got a job. Yeah, just doing the rabbit all over the place, and then tutus child, then child must mind. We keep bringing children into these chaotic and toxic situations with no care or no regards as to how it's affecting them. When are we going to start taking responsibility? Yes, it's nice, you enjoy it, what have you, but also know that part of the enjoyment is the possibility that you could become pregnant. And in 2022, if you have to sit and tell people about being responsible, you have to see the price of goods on the supermarket shelves. You have to see the price of a tin of milk and some baby diapers. And some people have like little steps, 2 and 3 and 4 children. You have to see the price of them things. Every single day it's getting higher. And You can't just leave it up to the man he like condom or there's a million and one things you can do because listen to this. When you become pregnant, he's not. You the one going through all the changes, your body, all sorts of things. You're the one who have to bear the pain. He doesn't. So even if he chooses not to, what about your responsibility in this whole matter? There's a million and one things you can do. Some of you don't even know your cycle. You don't know your safe days. You don't know when you're ovulating. You don't know when you're not ovulating. People just and the thing about it is now that we have information at our fingertips, the internet is there. It's right there. But we use it for everything else but to get information, but to do research and things and use it for things that are actually worthwhile and practical. You don't even have to go by a doctor to find out. You can do your own calculations. You can download the apps. There's a million and one free apps that tells you to a T when you're ovulating and when you're not, when it's time for your monthly. But no, people business, you have to turn CIA, FBI, private investigator, detective, everybody's lives but your own. Play detective for your own life, police your own life, sort out your life, and stop bringing children into these situations. You have a child already with the man. Y'all break up. Okay, things happen. Y'all still have feelings. Old fire stick catch. Protect yourself, knowing how sticky the situation is. Protect yourself. You know how sticky the situation is. Why would you want to put yourself in a situation like that? Already have one. It's already not going good. You up and down the place, doing the dog everywhere with everybody. When are we gonna take responsibility, really, and stop bringing children into these situations? Like honestly. So you probably still have feelings for him, but you don't want to be with him. You know that type of way? You have feelings for him, but you don't want to be with him because you know he's not good for you. Situation toxic, messy, way. Is that what's going on? So you don't want your children wrong the woman.
These people and them ain't calling for help. No, these people calling to stress people out. So please, I ain't not time for that. I busy working. Them ain't looking for help. Them too happy. Don't can me lady. I can't help them. Sorry. Too complicated.
It says, like the man. It sounds like a man that just can't be bothered today. Like you get up and you're like, you know what? Not today, Satan. Not today. Can't be bothered today. You can take out that stress. Let's stop stressing out my friend, please. You can't take out all you today. On the first, someone says on the first one, what does it matter who pays it? If two adults go out and have a good time, if one person paying all the time and they have a problem with that, they should communicate that to the other. On the second one, again, if he is in the children's life, he should decide when and how to introduce them to any woman in his life. He should think about protecting them too. Say he has them for the weekend, and maybe his lady does not visit that weekend. I reckon.
She didn't watch you foot yet you in the dance already.
No, just falling in the dance and passing orders. You ain't even sure if you go last. Someone's like stressing us out. Listen, grandma, you realize that grandmothers these days and grandmothering like how they used to grandmother back in the day. You on your own with your titty band. Grandma outside having a time. Grandma outside. Them grandma and grandma in like before. Like when you heard of the word grandma, you saw this nice, warm, elderly person, your mom, you know, um, um, that didn't go anywhere. Probably mostly will go to church, and a little what do you call them thing? A school like a school harvest and buy she little papa ball and tamarind ball and everything and come back home and when you go by her, she always making a little sweet bread. She always making some groundnut sugar cake. Them grandmother ain't grandmothering no more. Grandmothers these days ain't going and hold no children for no 2 days. The most you might get is a couple hours. We ain't doing this whole week go by grandmoney outside flexing. No. Them grandmother ain't about that. They ain't about that because they want to be outside too. Grandmother outside having a time. So you think having children and talking about they must mind. Grandmothers are younger. When we saw grandmothers back in the day, they were older. sort of matronly looking woman, that everybody in the village gravitated towards. She was like a mother to all. You know that again? You don't have that again. Grandmothers are making no sugar cake right now. They're making no little sweet bread. You and grandma in same fit. Grandma outside. Grandma have on bicycle shorts and crop top outside having a time. You stay and make us the children and talk about grandma and children. You setting yourself up. But jokes aside, we really, really got to get serious about it. You can't just be, someone says a grandmother of two. I, Lisa, will not be this little lady going to harvest. I'm outside like wet clothes. See what I told all you? She's a grandmother of two, and she says she will not be that grandmother going to no harvest. She outside like wet clothes. So you all need to ask, literally to ask. There's no hope. There's no hope. Grandma want to be outside having a time. And grandma young. And grandma, someone say grandma talking and all. I'm telling you, these grandmas ain't grandmaing like they used to grandma before. So you sit there and tie up your whole life thinking grandma gonna help you out. Nope. Grandma turn around and tell you when she had you, she fight up for herself. Though she get big, she don't want no grandchild stressing her out and staying in she place long. Like someone said before you drop them, they're asking you when you're coming back for them. They plus them like children these days, they're listening to nobody. But I'm telling you, these children ain't hard. When I'm telling you, their little heads are hard. By the time you bend the corner, grandma calling you and ask you when you come, what time you coming back to collect your children. You ain't given a chance to free up yourself. So I mean, we need to start getting serious about it though. We can't just sit back and blame and blame and blame. The end of the day, if two people are consenting adults and you choose to have unprotected sex, bear in mind that's the result. One of the things that could result in unprotected sex, right? So you have to take responsibility as well. You can't just rely on them. Oh, the man saying he ain't like condom and leave it at that. No, for most of the time that child will be with you. While he's nothing really changes for men when they become fathers. They still do what they're still hanging out with the boys. They still could stay out late. They still could do whatever. The brunt of the responsibility lies with you. That child spend most of his or her waking moments with you. Daddy would probably watch them for a couple minutes, couple hours, but most part you are the ones responsible for it. So you can't just leave it up to he didn't like that and okay, he doesn't like it. All right, fine. Then let me protect myself. Because if he doesn't see the importance of protecting us, then I'll take the onus will be on me to take care of this. Make sure that we're safe. So grandma screening their calls. You can't get them to babysit. To call grandma from a different number. Especially when they see Friday Rich and you're calling them. Grandma ain't answering no phone when Friday Rich. You're on your own with that. Grandma ain't answering this. Grandma taking someone say grandma taking tattoo on our thing. And nose ring. Y'all are silly. And grandma and them taking tattoo on nose ring. No, them grandma young. And as soon as grandma get to a chance to free up, if she want to go and tie down herself after she literally lost so much years of her youth taking care of you, especially if you got pregnant at a young age. Listen. These grandmas ain't grandmas before at all. Elvin, I'll call you back. I'm on my live. I'm in my ladies' room. I'll call you back in a minute. So yeah, so if you're if you're banking on that, listen, you're in for a big surprise. All right, they'll be happy for you. Oh, nice, baby, cute, blah, blah, blah. Okay, here's your child. Go about your business. She just says birth control is too affordable in Grenada for that. Totally agree. Let me take this last call and go about my business. You here? Morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Not bad at all.
That's good to hear.
So let's do a little bit of mathematics for
Mhm.
everyone in class today. If a young fella is in his mid-30s, let's say 35, and the young lady is in her early 20s, let's say 25, and her mom had her when she was 20, her mom would be 45.
Mhm.
that young fella could talk to both mama and daughter at the same time.
Mhm.
Do you think mama, being 45, wants to be a grandma, sitting at home with a crochet needle? Mama done WhatsApp and getting texts and calls at 2 a.m.
Grandma
My
never know
child.
how to crochet. Them grandma these days don't know how to crochet. They ain't no little
You
dialing.
understand?
You see no dialing in this grandmother's house. None whatsoever.
So if that is hard for them to understand in this modern time, we all have Google. Trust me, grandmas have their own section on very popular sites. So, sister, I think you really need to
Wait,
understand
how you know that
your
though?
position.
How you know what
Do that.
how you know what section grandma have on what site? How you know that?
See that I seen grandmothers on partygrenada.com and GoToFet. So don't tell me about what I see and what I don't see. I know these people outside here in their 40s and 50s well.
Of course, we outside.
I've seen them. No, I know. I've seen them online. So, if they don't take a page and learn a lesson, they will lose in this chapter. So please, don't have yourself in a position where child crying, you're trying to get a break, and you're trying to call your own mama to help you out, and mama the outside at 11 o'clock in the night. She has life too. She don't fight up with you already. She's young, she don't fight up with no more pampers.
So they need to do the math. It's not working. It's not
Maths
working.
is important for life. It's a life lesson. We keep adding stress and subtracting fulfillment. We need to stop that.
But I
You
hope-
want to let $10 or $15 cause you 18 years a headache. It is so simple.
Mm.
All right.
Oh boy.
You have an enjoyable Wednesday, and to all your listeners as well.
Have a great day. Do the math, y'all. Do the math. All right. Anyways, time for me to bounce. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Final one for the week. So they care about cheapness. For a lot of them, the irresponsible actions are fun. Yep. It's a different era. It's a different time. Yeah. It's not the same at all.
I don't lie them. I go a cruise at night and I see a granny doing some flex over, some wine, and to Lil Natty and Thunder song bend over now. I couldn't believe it. And I was shocked. And them granny and them these days.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, guys, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank you so much. The granny doing dance to bed over. I can't. Yeah. Have a good one here. I'm gone.
Ladies Room comes to you compliments of Renwick and Thompson Limited, agents for Western Union, and Beacon Insurance.
It's time to do better. Beacon's Be Better Group Health Plan.